Hello, Carnage Cravers. Welcome back to Carnage Corner. Today, coming to you from the surface of the sun. Alrighty, so I had a few minutes. I figured I'd go ahead and try and get the rest of my thoughts on Wrestlemania 32 out there. So here we go with that. Last thing we talked about, we had talked about the match between AJ Styles and Chris Jericho, and we know how I felt about that and what I thought should have been done in its place. After the Jericho Styles time waste, we got into League of Nations defeating the New Day in a 6-man tag team match. Which, again, the question of the day is why. New Day came to the ring by knocking over a giant box of Booty-O's cereal. Booty-O's cereal. Why? Again, why? But that's not all. They were dressed in what was, for those of you who are Dragon Ball Z fans, you would have recognized it as Saiyan armor. Again, why? I don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Ball Z. But why? Why? I've never known a Saiyan who would be willing to wear a light-up unicorn on his head. Even Goku, as corny as he is, would think that that was stupid. And yet another why. It's WrestleMania. Your tag team champions are in a match. Why are the tag team titles not on the line? Why? Why, Vince? Why? Oh, if it was going to be a 6-man tag team match, it should have been on the pre-show. It shouldn't have been on the main card. Seriously, save the 6-man tag matches for freaking Survivor Series. Okay, that's where they belong. That's when you can have them on the main card. That's when you can push them. That's when you can, make them a big deal. This is a piss break. That's what this is. Oh. And then to make matters worse, okay, League of Nations defeated the New Day. That's fine. Whatever. Beat up New Day. I don't care. Okay, but what I do care about is after that, League of Nations, they make their challenge, and out comes Shawn Michaels. Now, Shawn looks great. He looks like he's in ring shape again. I'm going to ask why, since he said he was never getting back in the ring, but hey, good for him. Also, Mick Foley, who, again, looking fairly trim, especially for Mick Foley. And then out comes Austin, who looking a little... Austin's a little more man than I remember him being. It's all that IPA is getting to him. But no, Austin and Michaels and Mick Foley, they come out. Okay? They get in the ring, and everybody's excited to see them, and it's great. And then they beat up the League of Assassins. Or, it's League of Assassins. How am I doing? League of Nations, excuse me. They beat up the League of Nations. Okay? I have a problem with this, not because I'm especially fond of the League of Nations, but, again, it's about protecting the guys on your card. Okay, the League of Nations just defeated your tag team champions. And then you drag out the Legends, and the Legends beat up the League of Nations. You're basically saying, hey, yeah, our old guys can kick the shit out of all our new guys because our new guys suck. That's what you're telling us. Is that what you think, Vince? Because it's what you're telling us. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Yeah, so, the theme, the last few WrestleManias, we can go back and talk about Rock vs. Cena, Rock vs. Punk. It is just repetitively over and over again. My old guys are better than my new guys. My old guys are better than my new guys. So, it's like, why should we be excited about your new guys? Like, that is what you're conditioning us to think. Like, You need a psychology class. You really need a freaking psychology class. God damn. Alright. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. One of the matches I thought I was going to love. Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a street fight. And what it was Brock Lesnar defeated Dean Ambrose in a regular wrestling match that happened to have a few chairs in it. This was not a street fight. This was, yeah, some chairs came in. I do believe Ambrose, he pulled out the barbed wire bat, but didn't get to use it at all. The kendo stick came out, but this wasn't a street fight. It didn't feel like a street fight. It felt like a wrestling match. And a lot of that had to do with Lesnar and his suplex gimmick. Because, listen, I don't know how many street fights you've ever been in, but I have never been and have never witnessed somebody get suplexed in a frickin' street fight. It just doesn't happen. Okay? Like, Brock Lesnar's match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, I believe was last year, that felt more like a street fight because Brock looked like he was fighting. But anyways, it could have been better. I'm not saying it was a bad match, but it could have been so much better. Dean could have taken more damage. There could have been more hope spots. He could have fought up from underneath harder. Brock could have sold just a little more. It should have been more weapons involved. It should have went outside the ring. Go up on the stage. Go out in the crowd. Go to the damn parking lot. I don't care. Just give me something I can't see Monday night on Raw. And if you say Brock Lesnar, well, whoop-de-doo, I can watch somebody else do a suplex. Seriously, give me something I don't see for free on Monday nights. Not to mention, this should have been the 5th match on the card, not the 4th. Now I know what you're saying. Oh, you're nitpicking. But we talked about the crescendo. We talked about building to crescendo. We talked about building and leaving them way up on cloud 9, floating down like, oh my God, I need to see more. Yeah, you ain't left us like that in a long ass time. Okay? This should have been the 5th match on the card, not the 4th. Mark my words. Alright? Next up, and why this got... Listen, no offense to female wrestlers in the female division, because they are on fire right now, and they are putting on some of the best matches we see. But why on earth did this receive billing above the Dean Ambrose Brock Lesnar street fight? I'm just saying, okay? But next up, Charlotte took on Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks in a triple threat match for the newly minted Women's Championship, which looks great, mind you. I'm so glad that the Divas title is gone. I believe you heard me bitch about that in my last video in my Fastlane video, that the WWE just needed to get away from the Divas title, get away from the term Divas. Just get away. Let's show the female competitors some respect and not call them divas, because that is such a disrespectful, degrading term. If you don't believe me, GTS it, okay? For real. Now, as I said, thank God there's no more Divas belt. Charlotte won. That's great. I feel like going out of here, you could have almost had anybody win, and it would have made sense, and you would have had a place to go. Okay? But, so Charlotte winning, that's fine. Absolutely fine. No problem. Charlotte needs to get the hell away from her old man. Okay? No offense to Rick. Everybody loves Rick. That's the problem. Okay? How are you supposed to get heat when you've got the legendary Nature Boy following you around going, woo! You're not gonna get heat standing next to Ric Flair. Because these days, Ric Flair got nothing but shine. He can try and get heat. He can't do it anymore. People love him too much. Okay, so it's just not going to happen. The only way Ric Flair is going to get heat is if he goes out into the middle of the ring inside a kennel and starts kicking puppies in the face, okay? And even then, a lot of people are going to laugh because they're not going to care. Okay, so she needs to get away from Rick. She can build heat good if she gets away from Rick. And I love Rick. I love seeing him on TV, but for Charlotte's sake, this needs to happen. And this should have been the fourth match. I think this and the Brock Lesnar match should have flip-flopped. I really do. That being said, that's all the time I have for today. When we come back, we're going to get into the Undertaker, Shane McMahon, Hell in a Cell match. It was a doozy. I'll give you this. It was the best match on the card. Not that that's saying much. So, in the meantime, until next time, I am Ken Carnage. This is Carnage Corner from the surface of the sun. Have a nice day.